In today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to master fishing a frog. I've been doing it the last 6-7 years. I'm kind of getting used to it. First step, hold on, rewind. First step you want to do, find you an area with preferably lily pads. Fishing lily pads is one of the best things I've found. Otherwise, you can fish milfoil, you can fish cattails, you can fish reeds, stuff like that. Just any really vegetation cover, some that a frog would probably be hiding in. Second, find the right frog. This is kind of a lighter frog just because I'm fishing a little bit thinner of pads. For gear, I guess, you want your flipping reel, flipping rod, and I got 50-pound braid on here. So that's just a quick rundown of what you need. You're going to want a heavier rod, you're going to want a strong line for setting the hook pretty hard, and you're going to want a reel that can really crank the fish out of the pads. That was a great first cast, let me tell you that. It's kind of tough right now. I'm casting into the wind, so really not ideal, but obviously you're going to want it to be calm when you're fishing a frog just so the fish are able to see it. We're working with what we got. So now, kind of the first thing when I'm fishing it is I like to fish frogs slow. I like to, go over some open water, just kind of walk it in and then let it sit for a second. This just kind of gets lethargic and lazy fish an opportunity. A lot of guys like to just straight back in. I'm kind of a guy that likes to fish it slower. I've just come to find that out over the years. It really depends on where you fish. Now, I'm going to try and preach this in this video, but it's really tough to do once the moment comes. And that is, once the fish blows up on the frog, I'm sure this has been repeated a million times. Once the fish blows up on the frog, you want to leave it for a second, just like 1 or 2 seconds. Just so you think about it, the fish jumps out of the water for that bait, and it might not fully have it in its mouth. So you want to leave it for just 1-2 seconds, let it munch. You want to just leave it for like a second, literally just like a second or two, and then set the hook. Like, you got to set the hook hard too. If you look, the hooks on this frog, they're almost buried into the body of the actual frog. So when the fish bites down, it's going to scrunch the body like that, and you got to get these 2 hooks in. So you really got to send that hook home if you want to, bring in the bass. But setting the hook when you're flipping grass with a Texas rig, or if you're fishing a frog, are probably the 2 times you should actually set it hard, and I mean send it home. The reason I'm fishing this frog at the speed that I am right now is because it's the middle of the summer. The fish are lazy. It's hot. I mean, actually today it's actually pretty nice. It's like 70 degrees and it's dry air, so it doesn't feel like it's killing you. But anyways, I'm just fishing it slow because the fish have probably seen a lot of things. Although this is a really secluded pond off the beaten path, so I can't really say how much fishing has been done out here. But I still am gonna fish it slow. I don't got a clock that I'm against. This isn't Bassmasters. We're just out here having fun. One of the times I did fish it faster and it worked was I was fishing heavy reed cover. It wasn't really heavy, I guess. It was kind of moderate reed cover, and I'm talking like pencil reeds, not like cattails. And we just burned those frogs through there just because it was clear water. The fish could see it from a little bit ways away, and they had time to actually react and go up and want it. Something like this with lily pads, you kind of have to rely on the fish being able to see it and then going up and grabbing it all in the same 2 seconds. So it's just different scenarios where you want to fish the speed. Just you got to kind of know the body of water you're fishing. Ooh. Okay, we just had one take a little nibble at it. This is interesting. I don't think I've had this happen before. Yeah, the skirt came clean off. Guess I got to retie, I guess. That really sucks. I guess the fish just had just the skirt. Alright, well, we're retied. This is the Booyah Pad Crusher. Top end frog compared to what I was using. I was using something dumb, but yeah, this is something a little bit more expensive. So I don't know why I didn't use this right away. So it doesn't need to be moving for the fish to hit it. That's what a lot of people think. They think the only time the fish is going to hit the bait. That's such a crucial thing that I guess some people just don't really understand. Is a lot of guys, they think the only way the fish is going to get it is if it's moving, which is 100% not true. I've had it a couple times where I cast it out, I jerk it back into one spot and I let it sit, and maybe 5-6 seconds later a fish will come up and blow up on it. Because the reason for that is the fish will watch the frog all the way to where it stops, and then finally once it thinks it has an opportunity, it blows up on it. Frog fishing can be really common. There's one. Gonna run over here. Come on, buddy. Oh, just a little dude, what the heck? Right on the frog switch, maybe 5-6 casts into that. I hope it's not overexposed right now. We got us a bass on that frog there, the Booyah Pad Crusher. Yeah, man, there's like a, whoa, I said a voice crack. There's a nice little fish. He's really skinny, so I don't think he's gonna really cull that much, but nice bass on the frog, and that's a spot I had casted. For the record, I'd been over that spot at least 20 times before that fish even thought about biting. Earlier this summer, I made a video about it. That's kind of the importance of, you know, milking out your spots. If you haven't watched that video, make sure you go check it out. It's really, really informative, and I recommend it to anybody that fishes from the bank. But it's kind of the importance of milking out a spot, because I had been over that spot like easily 20 times, easily. And either that fish had roamed from somewhere in these cattails, or he roamed from a different part of the pads, or I'd been over him 20 times and it finally annoyed him enough to biting. So really important to milk these spots out, especially thick pads like this, because you could go over a fish 3-4 times before he even sees it, much less even thinks about biting it. And maybe on that 5th, 6th time he'll actually bite it. So that's the importance of milking out a spot. So all right, fish number 1 on the frog. I guess that kind of took a little bit longer than expected, but I casted, like I said, you know, I went over that spot 20 times. Oh, one just went after it. So this fish just kind of like blew up on it. He didn't really blow up on it. He kind of surfaced at it, kind of gave it a swat maybe. So in that scenario, you'd probably want to throw a Texas rig or a jig. You'd want to reel in this frog, throw a Texas rig and a jig. If you really wanted to catch that fish, if you needed that fish for your live well, like say tournament day, that's what I would do. 100%, I would go up in there with a Texas rig, a jig, something like that. It'd be so much nicer if I was fishing from a boat right now. I could work a little bit bigger of a section of these pads. I'm just kind of secluded to literally right here, 20-yard stretch. But we'll make it work. Come on, Big Billy largemouth bass, where you at? Eat my frog. It's just crazy to me, some guys like down Alabama or down south in those southern bass states, all they fish is frogs. All they fish is frogs. Yep. Yep. Biggin. Biggin. Oh no. This is the worst part. I gotta horse them through these cattails. Oh yeah. Heck yeah, baby. That's a nice slob right there. There's the Booyah Pad Crusher. Absolute stud of a bass right there. That's like, you know, during the spot, that's probably easy a 5-pounder. He's got a little mouth, but right now he's probably sitting 3.5, maybe 4 pounds. He's really skinny, so it's kind of tough, but absolute stud of a bass. That's awesome. Big old girl home. Chill out, chill out. All right, see ya girl, thanks for biting. Something that just kind of popped up here while I was taking the hook out. Some of these frogs, or at least this one for this instance, but these hooks, you can see that in the back right now, kind of it's dumb right now, but these hooks can turn upside down like that. So if you're fishing open water and you're just ripping this across open water, you can turn these hooks upside down and your hook set ratio is gonna be probably a lot better than what it would be if it's like this, but since I have it like this, I have it like this because the reason I have these hooks like this just kind of tucked in on the body so it goes through the grass easier. While watching this video, you've probably thought to yourself, where did Josh get such a sick hat like this? And the answer to that question would be my friends over at Seek Limits. Seek Limits is a hunting and outdoor apparel brand based in the Midwest, where performance meets unparalleled comfort and style. It's designed for any hunter, anywhere. Do you want to go slower, dude? Like, what is happening? In the midst of my commercial, we got brother going like 2 miles an hour. What is happening? Bro's on a mission we may never know about. That guy is probably on a mission to go get some sick Seek Limits hats. This fall, if you want to conquer the outdoors, make sure you set yourself up and treat yourself nice with some Seek Limits products. All you gotta do is head to seeklimits.com and you will see a list of all their apparel. Make sure this fall you treat yourself right, get some sick apparel from Seek Limits, and get out there and conquer the outdoors. Now, let's get back to fishing the frog. Alrighty, we've been down here for a little bit now, just caught that fish. Yeah, clouds are out now. I wonder if that's gonna be a game changer. Alrighty, this SD card's got 18 minutes left of footage, so I'm gonna try my best to get one more fish for you guys. We're gonna see what happens. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. Maybe we'll fall in the lake. Maybe, who knows what'll happen in that 18 minutes. know, fishing a frog is definitely like not something I would consider number one at catching fish in pads. It's definitely number two if it's not number one. Just in thick pads, like a lot of guys, they love flipping pads. I love flipping pads too. Nothing wrong with flipping, getting some Texas rig flipping. A lot of guys, when they see pads, they'll just flip Texas rigs. Gabe LaPlante. You know, I love, nothing wrong with that. I love flipping Texas rigs. I love flipping jigs. I love flipping all sorts of stuff. But what a lot of guys won't do is that yeah, buddy. Okay, he's not gonna come all the way up, so we're gonna have to go retrieve him. Chill out. Chill. Oh yeah. Okay, now we're getting into some fatter fish, eh? There's this guy. Awesome, dude. Another one. Another schlob on the frog. That's a perfect hook set. If you're fishing frogs and you want to know what a perfect hook set is, that's just what I just did. There we go. Hook popped out. There's a good looking fish. Heck yeah, baby. Yeah, he's definitely a lot nicer than the fish we've been catching today. But when she's pregnant, she's definitely pushing 5 pounds if she's not already. Thanks for playing, girl. See ya. That one, yeah, like I said, over spot I've been a bunch of times. All right, well, I'm gonna give it one more cast. And then I'd say we've officially really, oh, nice. Yeah, so I don't think we're gonna give it another cast. I think we're gonna have a great backlash. God, that's just the worst. I hook a cattail and nasty backlash. I am notorious for accidentally doing that, especially the flipping reels. I don't know, what's my luck? Like flipping reels, you'd think they're fine, but I guess not. Yeah, so we messed up. Hate to end the video on a low note, but I think we'll end it there because I don't think I'm gonna catch another fish with that backlash. As always, thank you guys for watching this episode of MBoys Outdoors. If you want more hunting, fishing, outdoors content, make sure you hit subscribe. If you want some sick Seek Limits apparel, make sure you head to seeklimits.com. And yeah, we will see you in the next episode.